Lab's all set up, boss.
Oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
Well, at least it's good to see that Tony hasn't lost his touch. Anyways, welcome back, true believers and all you merry Marvelites, to another very interesting Marvel's Avengers related video. Now, at the time of this recording, we are now less than 1 week away until Square Enix fully debuts a plethora of gameplay footage and information about the Avengers project during their upcoming War Table livestream. And while we knew that the War Table livestream was going to take place sometime on June 24th, as well as showcase some brand new footage of the game in action, along with co-op gameplay and some story missions to boot, we now have even more clarification coming directly from the Marvel's Avengers Twitter page, which specifies even more details that we can expect during the stream. And with this information posted on full display, the Marvel's Avengers page goes on to state, in 1 week, the first Marvel's Avengers War Table premieres at 10 AM Pacific Standard Time. View via our official website for extra intel, including character-specific insights, dev chat, and trivia. #reassemble. So make sure to mark your calendars, everybody, and to be prepared for when this live stream goes down in full force. And even though we previously knew already that the live stream was going to take place on June 24th, it's nice to know exactly what time it will take place as well. And alongside of the War Table trailer, which was showcased previously, we've also now been informed that we will receive some very interesting character insights, developer chats which will most likely interview about different aspects about the game, and trivia which will surely be fun for a lot of Marvel fans. And given that Marvel's Avengers is still set to release worldwide on September 4th, this essentially makes the War Table presentation Square Enix's make or break factor when it does come to fully promoting the game and all the aspects that will be tailored within it. To be quite frank, there is still a lot of information that we don't know about this game, primarily as to how the co-op is actually going to work, and even more so as to how the game is going to be continued after the base game is finished with that of the free heroes and regions added post-launch. And on top of that, we have learned next to no information about the overall online beta that players will be able to access before the game officially releases. We also have official confirmation from Square Enix themselves that the game's main campaign is only going to last for about 10 to 12 hours. And while they did say that the overall experience that Marvel's Avengers will entail at launch will range about to 30 hours when you also include the Warzone missions and side missions, I just hope that this game can personally convey to me that it will truly embody everything that I am personally looking for within a AAA Marvel's Avengers experience. As of right now, and based on everything that we have seen and heard about the game so far, I am still heavily cautiously optimistic about the entire experience. So while I have been extremely critical about multiple aspects that we have seen and heard about the game so far, I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping for the absolute best outcome. And in other news, with everything that Square Enix is planning to showcase during this War Table livestream, we also got a sneak peek at the story trailer that will be released during the stream itself. So even though the War Table mission specifically stated that we would get looks at some story missions, the creative director of the game, Sean Eskai, did go on Twitter and directly showcase a brand new screenshot of a trailer that they will debut during the stream as well. But to read the post directly from the Marvel's Avengers Twitter page, they go on to state, "We're crossing the finish line on some awesome content for the Marvel's Avengers War Table on June 24th. Here's a sneak peek from our story trailer made in collaboration with our friends at PlayStation and captured on the PS4. Now, even though it's unclear at this time whether or not they're talking about the standard PlayStation 4 or that of the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's nice to see that they're still taking full advantage of their partnership with PlayStation based on all the previous incentives that players will end up getting on that console. And if this screenshot does look a bit familiar, it's because they fully showcase the official Stark suits that the characters will be wearing by the end of the game's story. In case you're unaware, that specific information and these suits themselves were showcased directly at last year's New York Comic-Con. And based on a statement that was made directly from the main man himself, of Bill Roseman, he did state that these suits are in fact made by Tony Stark by the end of the game when they go off to face the final boss of the entire story. So even though we already saw these suits previously showcased within concept art at New York Comic-Con, And we also have all of these suits displayed with the official merchandise of the game from the Marvel Funko Pops. Now, if you guys know me, you'll know that I don't care all that much when it comes to alternate suits because I usually just end up wearing the default costumes that are provided within the main game. But if I did have to be completely honest, the only costumes that I do like out of this entire set is that of Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel and Iron Man's new armor. And funny enough, I did actually manage to pick up both of their Funko Pops before this image was actually shown, because I do think that their costumes within this look are pretty cool. But based on the current looks that we have for Thor, Hulk, and especially Black Widow, I'm not really fond of these current Stark Tech looks that much. And that also goes for the Captain America Stark suit, which we also see as a Funko Pop, where he does have an extremely armored look, which I am not a fan of at all. I'm especially not a fan of the visor that Black Widow is wearing on her outfit, even though it does look very reminiscent to the other Black Widow from the comics of Yelena Belova. Now, as for Hulk himself, him wearing anything related to Stark Tech, either with that of pants or gauntlets, just seems a bit weird to me. And primarily in regards to Thor's look, it is a bit weird seeing him have not one, but 6 individual arc reactors implanted within his chest, as well as having the chainmail aesthetic on his arm look a little bit like that of a disco ball. Plus, if you do manage to look at both the concept art and the Funko Pops themselves, you'll notice that Thor is actually sporting that of a buzz cut instead of his long hair. So even though I'm personally more of a fan of the longer hair compared to that of the shorter hair, I still am interested to see what the official Stark Tech Thor suit looks like within the final game come release. But with all that said, everyone, that's the video I have for you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are your current thoughts on the status of the Avengers project, and are you personally excited to see more footage of the game revealed during the War Table livestream? Once again, alternate suits do absolutely nothing for me, so I really need the gameplay to speak for itself in order for Marvel's Avengers to fully convince me that this will be a game worth my time. However, I am fully aware that all the developers working on this game are truly giving it their all, so I really hope that that showcase is well and true during the footage once it's revealed on June 24th. But until that time comes, I'll just keep crossing my fingers and hoping for the best possible outcome. And until next time, everyone, thank you all so much for watching, stay merry Marvelites, and peace out.